According to one psychological researcher, there are just 4 types of humor, and you probably lie closely to one of the 4. Which one? Take the quiz and find out along with us. So, humor studies kind of lies on the outsides of psychology. Sometimes it comes off as more of a BuzzFeed quiz than it does something actually scientific. But there are researchers who do study humor and what it means to us and how we cope, how we relate to other people. It's not an unqualified good, according to researcher Rod Martin, who recently retired from the University of Western Ontario and has dedicated his entire career to studying humor. It says a lot about us and how we relate to the world. So of the 4 types, typically people are a mix. However, I took this and I leaned heavily toward one, and you did too.
Yeah, we got the same. I told you we were like the same person.
So there's 4 types: affiliative, self-enhancing, aggressive, and self-defeating.
I honestly thought I was gonna get self-defeating. I feel like that's all of my, no, I feel like anyone that follows me and like the comedy and stuff that I do, I feel like I'm very self-deprecating. But I think I'm self-deprecating, but I make fun of enough other people too that I got in our affiliative.
That also sounds a little bit like aggressive.
Does it?
Well, okay.
I feel the people I make fun of deserve it. So I don't know.
So it's just justice.
And the internet makes fun of them too, so yeah.
According to Martin, affiliative humor means cracking jokes, engaging in banter, and otherwise using humor to make others like us. That's the one that we both got scored heavily in. I just want you to be my friend, basically. And it
was so interesting, the questions that one was like, several of them were like, if you were sad, would you use humor to cheer yourself up? And I feel like most of the comedians I know would be like, no. Like, they do it on stage to, cheer up like other people, but I feel like alone on themselves. Like, all I could think of was like Dave Attell, and I feel like he's just so aggravated by everyone around him that his would probably, and same with like Louis C.K., where it's more that they're like not trying to cheer up themselves or anyone else. Yeah,
they're doing it.
Yeah.
Well, these are for most normal people who
You're right.
do not live and thrive off of comedy.
Yeah.
Because some people are outliers, I would say. And so self-enhancing humor is optimistic coping humor characterized by the ability to laugh at yourself or at the absurdity of a situation and feel better as a result. I like that one.
Yeah.
Aggressive humor is characterized by sarcasm, teasing, criticism, and ridicule. It's mean humor.
Yeah.
Self-defeating humor is attempting to get others to like you by putting yourself down. And then a lot of people will have maybe a combination of the two. According to Martin, affiliative and self-enhancing indicates levels of extroversion, openness to new experiences, adaptivity, and greater mental well-being, which makes me feel better about myself, I guess. And self-defeating is a signifier of some level of neuroticism. But this isn't all just black and white. Aggressive and self-defeating jokes, can be totally healthy and fine, even beneficial in the right context. And on that note, affiliative and self-enhancing could be wildly inappropriate if used at the wrong time. Like, maybe you're joking too soon about someone's death. Maybe you're avoiding real issues in your life and just covering it up with laughter like a maniac. I mean, it's never black and white.
I do like that they broke it down into types of humor, not whether or not you have a sense of humor.
You are not funny.
Yeah.
Please leave.
Yeah. Well, no, it's just so funny because even in the article and before I took the test, it was like a lot of people think that they have a good sense of humor, and I agree with that it's like it wasn't telling you whether or not like what your level was. It was telling you what type of humor you have.
That's probably a lot better.
Yeah.
Then because then you're leaning more toward the BuzzFeed side of things, which is not necessarily bad, but I don't think you can put it in psychology.
Tanner from Full House.
I knew it.
That's what I think of, like, which Full House, like, dad or like uncle would you be type of humor is. I feel like all those BuzzFeed.
Ooh, I'm the cute one.
Which Goofy movie character would you get?
Powerline.
Yeah, I'd be Roxanne, man. I'm a Roxanne all day.
I could see that. I could see that. Well, I mean, it's humor. It doesn't necessarily signify a psychological well-being or a promotion of a psychological well-being. It's just kind of a state that's there, and maybe the way you deal with it is extremely in the context and extremely subjective. But it's interesting to think about what humor is to us and how it is beneficial in our lives, or if it isn't at all, which is totally possible. Audience, what type of sense of humor do you have? Please put your results below in the comments and what you think that actually reflects in your life. And please like and subscribe for more.